Alrighty, folks, welcome back to another episode of my Jerusalem playthrough. Look at that nice, beautiful name there, as we have integrated Spain, and we're no longer, area is no longer a colony. So that's pretty cool. Now, needless to say, guys, that my last episode was muted. I mean, I know exactly as to why it was muted this time. All I can do is make excuses, guys. There is an explanation as to why, but yeah, it's not as simple as it just being muted. But what I do know is it's not good enough. I don't think that other content providers, if that's the appropriate term, make that kind of mistake, and I think I need to be more disciplined at the end of the day. You know, when I'm hitting that record button every time, no matter how repetitive it can become, I need to be focused, making sure that everything's okay, instead of doing it 99% of the time, because that 1% is annoying. But last episode, guys, we renamed my misspelled Ruthania to Kivanian Rus. We fed him, but he's so admin starved that I decided to just core up some of the land for him, because I'm struggling to spend my admin at an appropriate rate. Speaking of which, we're gaining 15 per month, which is a ton. And I also decided to feed some of Hungary and Austria, because I'm not going for a one tag. People are still asking, am I going for a one tag? Nope. I just wanted to conquer the world and take advantage of some of the fun stuff that I never really am able to take advantage of, like client states. Feeding them up, because usually I'm purely focused about integrating everything, not sort of releasing nations necessarily. But last episode we wrecked the Commonwealth. What else did we do? We did something. But I started this war. We're going to fully annex Yemen. That's the intention, but that's not going to result in the amount of overextension that we can achieve, the capacity. So I'm trying to also, as quickly as I can, defeat Khorasan and fully annex him. Really looking forward to getting out of Africa here. If we annex this and stabilize it up, we're going to be basically done here in Africa. And I decided to give Austria quite some of the German land. Why not? I mean, especially these territories in the Vienna trading region. So if my diplomat can return, I can reselect this stuff. Yeah, most of you guys were really supportive about what happened, but in the past, God, can you click those? In the past, I've done a voiceover and stuff like that. I'll tell you what, guys, maybe if it was earlier in the series and more consequence, I would do that. 70.6 overextension. But right now, you guys know how it is. It's me running my mouth, and I quite frankly, I don't really have the time at all. I'm really struggling to kind of produce the other series, which quite frankly is more important to me at the moment. And I don't want to stop. I want to continue pumping out high quality content. That's what I would like to do. And yeah, the part of the series is it's not supposed to really detract from what I would like to be doing otherwise. But yeah, again, it's my own fault. Apologize. Most of you guys were really supportive. Like, it's not that big of a deal or whatever. Some people saying, still a good episode, which I disagree, but very kind of you guys. And either way, let's get on with things. Yet another series stained with that kind of mistake. I removed it from the playlist so people down the line. Oh, damn. This ain't right. People down the line will just miss it, essentially, and they'll have to go look for it if they really want to, but I doubt they will. You just missed a few years. It was not really that long, was it? We basically wrapped up the War of the Commonwealth with renames and stuff. I actually did a lot. For those of you who have not watched but cared, I actually did a lot of managing stuff. So it's kind of appropriate in a way. I did a lot. We integrated Spain. I accumulated a lot of my navy. I stated a lot of stuff up. I deleted some forts. I handed off a lot of territory. All of these things took a long time, and not much time passed in that whole episode. But guys, there's very little remaining, which is actually not a Ming tributary. So it's going to be interesting, because who's going to win, guys? Budgetmonk or Lag? Place your bets now. Is it going to be Budgetmonk or Lag that wins the game? Because my money's on Lag right about now. I'm about ready to give up. This is brutal. Lag's really turning the pressure up, you know what I'm saying? Alright, now we're integrating a GB, of course, and I've been thinking about Scandinavia. In order to prettify areas, I might try to integrate him before the end of the game. Our golden era ends in 6 years. Feels bad, man. I'm going to improve my relations with Scandinavia to hopefully ensure that we're at 200 when the peace is up, when we're at peace. Yeah, and I was astounded, guys. We were in a deficit when we integrated Spain due to just the sheer amount of fleet, the sheer amount of troops, etc. And I didn't really do anything. I just placed the merchants down all over the show, stated some territory up, and boom, we're making almost 900 ducats a month. So that feels pretty nice. Pretty good. Feels pretty good, man. Here, obviously, Khorasan is easy breezy. We just have to separate pieces friends. I did talk about how I misspelled Ruthania, guys, and yeah, there's going to be a lot of that. For those of you, let's get a little bit familiar with the monk, okay, guys? For those of you who care, I am what we call in the industry, on the insides of the industry. You know, you guys, I know you guys think pretty highly of me, okay? Some would say that I'm the greatest, okay, by far, at least the greatest, but not me, because I'm such a humble guy. But, you know, I know that I may appear like, you know, a god, but with that being said, I do have flaws, believe it or not, yep. And one of those flaws is what on the insides of the industry we call ignorant. Okay, and there's going to be a lot of misspelling stuff, alright? So just, you know, if you're one of those grammar Nazis or whatever, you know, don't be. Okay, because not much I can do about it. I've come a long way. You know, I'm still ignorant, but significantly less ignorant than I have been in the past. Now, Brandy no longer has the... Oh, we're about to be capped on admin points. I guess we'll go for the -5. The other thing I can do is state up the Netherlands. The Netherlands is like a beast of an area. Where are you at? 153. Damn! Damn! Let's do it. It's going to give me more influence in English channel. Actually, autonomy, I don't think it actually does make much difference to trade, actually. But regardless, there we go. Spent some of our admin on something. Now, part of the reason I'm doing that now is before our golden age ends. Why not? Why not? So we've taken Trans as one capital. Are you able to peace out? Yes, you are. Let's go for short truce time with him. Now I'm hoping to drop this capital, obviously. And I remember saying last episode that finally our trading companies are all up and running and operational, which feels really nice. With a little bit of sort of surplus, overkilled it just a little bit in our trade power. And with that in mind, well, you know, obviously not all our trading companies, not this one, potential one. That'll be the future though. You know, if we convert that up and edit, it's not going to make a difference. But that's the reason why I'm just converting at the moment the easiest provinces to be converted. Although I actually want to convert, let's make sure to deliberately convert Madagascar. Let's keep doing that. And then I'll just go for cheap, easy ones for the sake of tedium, not manually selecting. But yeah, I want to deal with Madagascar so that we don't even have to go out there and deal with another revolting revolt. Now, an alliance with Malwa, eh? Malwa is not a tributary. Right, let's break that alliance. He's one of the few nations who's not a tributary. Nation of Ming. So I think Scandinavia should be happy. Waiting on these cores, obviously, as usual. That's what pretty much life's about. Waiting for land to core up. We know that. Yep, just core starting Yemen. Easy. Good stuff. And we're going to be full annexing both of them. But I'm thinking about the Empire. Look at our dominance over Europe, man. Commonwealth is the new Russia, basically, up here in this little corner. Where did his capital go to? Yeah. It's the old Lithuanian capital. Pretty cool. So this is basically Europe. I mean, yes. I'm wondering about the brandy. He was guaranteed by the Commonwealth, which is no longer the case. There's diplomacies. I mean, it's pretty much all of the Empire combined. Empire combined, yeah, that's right. And obviously we can beat him, but I'm just wondering how tedious it's going to be to deal with those powerful units, because they're certainly going to have some big stacks combined. If the Brander Bees have some good generals, it's going to quite hurt. Oh. I did also accept Stylian culture for pretty much no reason other than it's just so large. The culture is so large, and I stated some of the territory up. Okay, nobility gains influence. Oh jeez. Let's look at some of these modifiers. When are you going away? In just about a year's time. Almost literally a year from now. Okay. We're going to upset the burghers, the merchants, a little bit. And hopefully we'll escape that disaster. So do we have a truce with Malwa? No, we don't. Cool. Now, I do have a truce with Trans. I wonder, can I break his alliance? Not strong and intimidating enough. The brickety breaky break. I've got some good ideas, guys. I've even been working on them. This happens a lot, though. I hate, personally, guys, you know, regardless of what the patch contains or whatever, I really dislike it when a patch is kind of a looming patch, because for me, it's hard to do anything. And I've been working on some other stuff which I consider to be good content, like down the line. Damn, oh, that was so much money. And yeah, even if I can finish it before the next patch, then you know the patch is gonna change things, so it's just quite awkward. It's very often the case. I guess I consider take a little bit of a break, guys, but I'm not gonna lie. I suppose it's mostly been this latest series, but I'm overwhelmed at how well it is going, and a part of me just wishes it was faster and more significant. Like, I really am willing to put the work in. At least I'm trying. Because this is difficult to maintain what I'm doing. trying to have a real life. No! Ooh. Where did they spawn? I heard, like, Breslau. Breslau. Yes. Haha. I know where that is. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I know where that is. Oh, didn't I hit go to though? It must have been the religious. It must have been the conversion that I hit go to on. Yes, it was. Because they both happened at the same time. Alrighty, overextension is almost entirely done at the same time. Perfect. Perfect. Oh, that looks good, mate. Oh, this is gonna look good as well. Oh, beauty. Beauty. Good. Feels good, man. We've left Ming a little bit late, man. This is sort of my only real concern, but I think it's doable, right? We've got plenty of time. The tactic, naturally, is to basically attack one of his tributaries and then separate piece him. Although it's a separate piece, what you can do is make him co-belligerent because he doesn't call anybody in. Although I'm not sure you can. I'm not sure you can. Do his subjects, if you attack him, his subjects don't get called in. Yes, you can do that. You can make him co-belligerent to reduce war score cost, but then you can't do that once you have a truce. But the idea is to take, obviously, the forts. Primarily, in one big war, you take the forts, which makes the next war, you just attack the next tributary once you've caught up the stuff, less difficult. But in that case, you cannot take as much land because he's not co-belligerent. But the idea is you just take what you can. Especially when attacking his small tributaries, like Ryukyu, for example. You fully annex him and use the rest of the war score, taking a chunk out of Ming, and rinse and repeat. I've definitely been there and done that before. But, perhaps we'll be doing better in my other games. Either way, no time to dilly-dally. We should be beginning another war. Oh, I can't integrate him until 77. That's right, he was the last union that we actually gained. We gained these two much earlier, at a much sooner date. Alrighty, so we have caught this stuff up, which means Kiev can take it. Because what happened last time is, I was actually quite surprised. I fed him to the max, to the brim. I 100% overextended into the Commonwealth. And then the intention was to give the rest over. But even the war score remaining was too much for Kiev to take. He was overextended. And therefore, I had to call the stuff up, or I could have just left it and waited for him, but I wasn't willing to do that. We had the admin points to spend, but I was 100% overextended. I was over 100% myself, and that's part of the incentive, part of the reason I gave this stuff away to Hungary and Austria. Kind of hoping the Hungarians accept the Polish culture group, so that he's able to stabilize it nicely. I don't want any rebels to deal with or anything like that. Ah, on an island. Typical. Luckily, I have some ships nearby. Alrighty, straight back to where we should go, I suppose. So Delhi is probably, at a glance, he's the largest nation who's not a tributary. And our truce is not up with him, and let's go ahead and prep him. Let's have him poised and ready to be a piece of Reno. Damn, dude, Bengal is so big. It's crazy how Ming actually fights the wars nowadays just to tributary dudes like that. And we do have a little bit of liberty desire, but I don't want my... I need my emissaries. We need to utilize them. I was thinking about this Prussian land. Maybe I should just give all of Germany to Austria. That would be pretty cool, I think, in a way. I like how we're both white. You know, if we've got, like, we just got all the admin points in the world, that's what it feels like. We're doing perfectly fine in terms of admin. It's a non-issue. Piecing out Bengal is going to be a little bit of a mish here, and perhaps the priority. I also have to just go ahead and piece this dude out once again. Work on it. Happy to spend my military points here, that's not a big deal. Doing some artillery or barrages. Alright, so I think at the end of this year, right? Yeah, we should make it no problem. No problem. Before that nasty event. The disaster fires. I'm quite surprised that we cannot make it to that. I guess if we had military access we would be able to. But who can really be bothered asking for military access? Let's just wait till one of these falls. Oh, okay. I only just saw that pop up, but it was quite too slow. Lucky it was same day. It was same day right there. It's the one time in my life I've been like, same day, the savior of my troops. Damn, Bengal's down here with some troopies. Kind of just gonna go through Delhi to get access over there. Oh yes, thanks for reminding me, rebels. We seem to have unified South America, guys, the entire South American continent, but he's a tributary to Ming. Typical. God dang it, Ming. Can you not? And so are other dudes around here. That is annoying. Ooh. Okay, let's fight that war. I can get rid of that tributary to Ming by piecing him, and I'm so down to do that. Don't want to deal with the Mingites. Transcends, accept the culture. Bahmanis is fighting Bengal. I see how it is. Straight up defensive war. I think we should just become tributary of Ming, guys. So that we can just, you know, attack these dudes without having to fight the Ming. Makes sense, right? Alright, let's check how much a full annexation of Delhi is in terms of overextension. He's pretty small, but he has high development in some of these provinces. Yep, it might be too much. Look at that, it is. We could afford it with a war score. It's kind of tempting. It's kind of tempting. I think I might do it. We might just go over. Because he is going to be a tributary of Ming, most likely, next time around. We could just take him out in one war. Everybody likes overextending, right, guys? Over 100. Nice. Took that quickly. Now I was going for about three colonies with my 2 colonists, just to try to move things along. But I'm waiting for some of these guys to arrive here, so we can recall. I mean, we're so rich, I should just jam some colonies down. But when I'm reinforcing like this, we do seem to fall pretty low. What is this? 1.18k per month. Pretty good. Pretty good. That feels nice. It's almost like we're a big powerful nation or something like that, and not the Knights. So let's check out Genoa, guys. Finally, for those of you who did not watch the last episode because it is muted, Genoa has finally fulfilled its destiny of becoming the undisputed most powerful center of trading region, blah blah blah, in the game. I kind of feel like knocking out the Papal State. To get that extra little bit of cash. Yes. But of course we would suffer. Oh, look at the Allied Scandinavians. The Austrians. Austria 655. Damn. That's crazy. Oh, we currently, even though we're overextended, currently do not have Liberty Desire. Cool, I like that. It's part of the reason our economy improved. So, just waiting for these to finish up, and then obviously handing those off to our colonial nations. Some nations spawning about the place. -2 Diplo reputation. When does the annex subjects go away? It's going to go away, but then it's going to come back when we integrate one of these guys. Whoever's integrated first, most likely GB. That's annoying. I'm thinking about the subjugation of the papacy, or the occupation of Rome. Occupation is only 1 rep. I think I'm going to do it. It's time. I want your 8% of 500 ducats. Fool, that'd be my money. $152. No, thank you. Ruler's currently 18 years old, so he's nice and young. Nice 454 ruler. Oh, losing battles. Where's that? Somewhere that I'm not even paying attention to. But are we going to the capital? Yes, we are. Good. Okay. That's fine. Dude, by the way, last episode I inherited so many troops, like I don't even know what to do with them, quite literally. Primarily because I'm lazy. I am extremely lazy. Get wrecked, natives. Become incorporated. So, we're looking pretty good. This guy's probably a tributary to Ming, yes. So, are you allied to someone? No, he's not. Alright. Uh-oh. What's going on here? He's a subject to GB, he must be. So, if we integrate GB, then we gain him. Wait, what? How was this guy related? He's a vassal of Jerusalem? So he must have been a vassal of Spain. Okay. I didn't even know we had this dude. And he's a subject of Ming. Okay. So while we're fighting this war... There we go. We declare that. I think that's everything in North America that is not a subject of Ming. We're gonna have to integrate that little dude, the newly discovered subject. Nice, he's walking into the woods. It's gonna make my life easier defeating him. Our influence in the English Channel did increase by 4%. I'm thinking about that negative 10 yearly papal influence. Let's have a look right now. We would be gaining 2.1. 2.1 yearly papal influence. So we'd be gaining. And of course, we're swimming in papal influence, primarily because we are converting land. So it would definitely have an impact, without a doubt. We'd be way lower. Oh, 1.4. Damn. Let's build a workshop with 1.4, even though there's not many months remaining in the game. That is so significant. Such a significantly large amount of cash that even that 380 would probably pay itself off, right? I'm not going to do the math because I don't really care at this point. It's inconsequential. But I mean, there's 12 months in a year, which means 10 years. There's 120 months, so that's 120 right there. So 30 years, you know, pretty much there. So that will pay itself off. Some damn buildings like that, 1.4 ducats. Damn, dude. That's crazy. Excuse me, sneezels. Couldn't warn you guys. It was too intense. We're good here. We're good here. So, Bengal, do you have any allies? Malwa, cancel that. That's what we're going for with Bengal. Oh man, I'm not looking forward, guys, to fighting. Oh, nice. A dude who is accepted. Who's actually decent. Cool. I'm not looking forward to fighting Ming, guys, for real. It's gonna be painful. That's annoying. My core in progress. It's gonna be really painful. I hope it's not. There's less going on in the world in general, but yeah, I think the war against Ming is gonna start a huge lag fest. Nice. Madagascar is officially, hopefully, maybe it's too soon to say, but stable. Stay stable, you fool. That would be cool. Because I hate going out to islands. I'm having second thoughts about Delhi fully annexing him. Might not be a necessity. Speaking of fully annexed, these dudes are all deaded. What happened? He wasn't the war leader. Okay. Oopsie daisies. But yep, they're all deaded. So these are just more tributaries, I suppose. The good news, if we declare on those tributaries, our colonial nations will do all the work in terms of gaining us the war goal. So if we're poised and ready to smash Ming, those are kind of freebies, I guess. Let's look at the upside. Helping out Buck Minus here, even though it's not my intention. We took his capital. Nice, there we go. Annul the dude. And we don't actually need to start a second war desperately here. We don't need to, because this war is going to result in 100% overextension. What's that, a vassal? Just an ally. Who are you allied to? Just Delhi. I might just knock him off, get rid of him. A one province mine is a little bit of a liability. Next time we look at him, it might be a little bit more difficult. Okay. Let's see if we can get this right. 99.9. Sweet. Now the issue is some of these are delayed because of those rebels. It's 1, 0. Whatever. We might do 93%. Let's colonize more areas though. Speaking of which, are there more areas to colonize? Maybe not. Actually don't think there is. We did Africa pretty quickly. I'm surprised. Let's check them back down. I think that's it. Cool. Once this colony establishes, we could go for another idea, but I have to think about that in between episodes. If we want to cancel exploration and grab another military idea, for example. We're doing quite well on military points. And I could, if I wanted to, because we're doing so well on our admin points, I could take an admin idea, I suppose. Which kind of sounds crazy, but, you know, I wouldn't rush the whole thing down. I'm not going to spend, like, however many points it is, like 2k or whatever. But we could rush some of the first buffs or so on. I'm really glad we got. Oh damn! Don't do me like that. Don't give me attrition like that. Here we go. War exhaustion looks better now. Let's force march this. It doesn't cost me anything. I should have done that sooner to help alleviate those provinces. Help liberate them while they're not progressing in their coring. I'll do just fine. So who's the next target, guys? I think it might be the Empire. We could just take Brandy directly. Take 100% here, and then the Empire would be a joke from that point on. So what is our extension right now? That's 0, that's 0, that's 3. $86. Oh, serious, those are both. So close. It record. And yeah. Nice. That's going to be it for this episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you next time where we continue on the slog of trying to kill folks. Taking big chunks of the world geographically. Our golden era is going to end, which is a little bit upsetting in a way. Everybody likes a good old golden era. But it's helped us a lot. Like, you know, like I just said a moment ago, we're sort of so far ahead in our admin points and so on. We're doing well, but we got to keep it up. Even that morale of armies is significant, right? It gives you morale of armies, I believe. As a boon, as a buff. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Slowly but surely integrating GB, and hopefully that will be done in a future episode. See you next time.